19.
29. I like them young. Yeah.
How does a 10-year age gap relationship
That's
work?
a perfect age gap for a relationship.
Why?
Well, see, when they're 19, you can train them.
Same exact mindset as Andrew Tate. The grooming mindset.
You can train them, you know. They're very young, so, you know, you can influence them and train them to be the perfect woman for you.
You feel like that's true?
Dude, he's actually saying it. He's just straight up saying, you can train them, they're young, influence them. Oh my God. This is called exposing the dark side of modern dating. I don't know if it's gonna be red pill. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Are you a virgin?
Yes,
And how old are you?
I'm 21.
Why haven't you done the deed yet?
Excellent first questions. Phenomenal, actually. That is a great way to start and strike up a wholesome, family-friendly conversation with a nice lady walking down the street. Excuse me, miss. Yeah, hi. What's up? Yeah, I was just wondering. Gets the microphone. Are you a virgin? Can you answer right here? Yeah, why not?
Well, there's many reasons. And actually, I decided to stay a virgin until marriage before I became Christian. So I could actually answer this decently well, I would say. So, in my opinion, I think the key to a strong society is family. And so, in my view, choosing my future husband is like the most important decision I'll ever make. And I'm somebody that I know my heart, and I know that I fall really hard when I meet somebody. So I want to retain some level of objectivity when I'm selecting a future partner. And I know that if I had with them, I would be completely imprinted on them. And instead of being like, okay, is this person, do they have the qualities that I'm looking for in a husband, or am I just making it work instead of like seeing red flags and leaving?
Have you ever had the opportunity to do it? And
I think this girl has put a lot of thought into this decision, and she seems very introspective, and this seems very well thought out for her. The only thing I noticed that I not so sure about is where she talks about meeting a husband and how that's like the most important thing in her life. I think that it is a very important thing in your life. I think it's fair to say it might be one of the most important things in your life, but I think that it's also important, and like, again, this is a random girl on the street, so it's quite possible she just didn't phrase it correctly. I'm not like, you know, not everyone's ready to like go out at the microphone or whatever, but I think that when you elevate that, when you put that on such a pedestal, you do run some risks there as well, because I think that you're going to have the most successful and healthy relationship when you are also content with yourself, when you are happy with who you are as well. And I don't think she's unhappy with any of that, but I do think that putting so much pressure on this thing, as if this is the most important thing, can be detrimental in a way, because that is another human. Humans are fallible. That person will mess up at some point. They will let you down sometimes. And I think it's important to make sure you don't put that on a pedestal, but rather have like a healthy expectation going in.
you were just like, absolutely not.
Yes, I mean, I've had the opportunity to, but I know that it's not in my best interest to do so. And I think that waiting until marriage forces you to see the person as they are and really build a strong foundation of communication and understanding of the person and accepting their flaws.
What's the worst thing a man can do during?
The worst? I don't know. I've never had. Either have I.
Now be honest with me. When you come out to the clubs in Miami especially, and you dress how you dress, do you think...
Dress how I dress?
Yes.
What does that,
Oh.
what does that mean?
I'm saying exactly how you are right now.
Which means implying what?
Well, let me finish the question, okay?
I would just like you to express details on what you said.
What details are you interested in?
You said dress how you dress.
Yeah.
Please.
When you have your belly out and you're wearing tight clothing
belly out with
and you're
tight
showing...
You're wearing tight clothing, you have your belly out? Okay. Dude, I'm telling you, the guys like this gotta be insecure. Okay, never mind. I guess this is just mega red pill cringe after all.
Cleavage, yeah.
With cleavage.
Cleavage?
Okay.
Do you not have your cleavage out?
These are attached to my body. So
Of course.
That she has.
That I have.
Exactly. Finish your question.
So my question is, do you think that when a man looks at you, he's thinking, this is somebody who I want to make my wife one day? Or is this just a girl who I could probably have fun with?
I never
Here's
put
my
on an
answer.
outfit.
Maybe that's on the guy. What the guy's thinking about that girl doesn't really matter very much unless the girl is deliberately interacting with him or something. But if some guy is looking over at her and thinking, I could just have fun with this girl, well then that guy. Not literally, okay? That's not what I meant. But like, you know, that guy can go to hell. That's on him. But if a guy is going to look at a woman dressed like this and then just determine or deduce from that, well, she must just be a hoe, or she's definitely not a virgin, she's just someone I can have fun with, just based on how she's dressing, like, that's part of the problem here, is trying to judge a woman's character, or especially a woman's sexuality, on what she is wearing. It's just ridiculous. It's a waste of time. And the fact that he would even phrase this question as if it's a problem what the guy thinks, my answer to that would be, I don't care what that guy thinks. If that guy is going to think that about me, then, well, hopefully he can go meet someone else, because I don't want anything to do with him.
I never
Here's
put on
my
an
answer.
outfit and think about what men
I
think.
have never gone to the club to meet a man. I go to dance with my friends. I don't want to find my husband at the club, just
When
as much
I-
as a man doesn't want to find his wife at the club.
So it's not to seek validation at all from a man?
When I
No.
get dressed, I never think about what a man wants. I think
This is another common one they do too, where they act like just if a woman dresses nicely or whatever, that it must be for the validation or attention from men. They can't even fathom like a woman just liking how she looks and wanting to wear that because she likes how she looks. They can't even fathom that. They're like, but like, what about me, the man? Where do I come into all this, you know? They're like that annoying little like boyfriend that like won't stay out of your own space. Except they're not your boyfriend. They're just some random coming up to you with a microphone.
think about how I feel. The man's opinion is never
Oh, they're waiting
something.
for us. We have to go
Is
get a
never
drink.
something that's validating, ever.
He literally just like shot himself in the foot and then it just like moved on. Like, why would he even put that clip in, honestly? That was a really bad clip for him.
19. 29. I like them young. Yeah.
How does a 10-year age gap relationship
That's
work?
a perfect age gap for a relationship.
Why?
Well, see, when they're 19, you can train them.
Same exact mindset as Andrew Tate. The grooming mindset. The get a girl who is just, barely legal or whatever, and then you can mold them and shape them to be the type of person you want to satisfy your needs just the way that you want. There's a word for that, my friend. It's called grooming, okay? Grooming does not only exist when it's an adult and a literal child. It can be large age gaps, other forms of influence and whatnot. And the fact that this guy is clearly too insecure to find anybody compatible with him, that he instead feels the need to find someone who's just within the legal limit for him, that he can try and mold and shape to be just the person he wants, demonstrates that this guy is sick.
You can train them, They're very young, so, you can influence them and train them to be the perfect woman for you.
You feel like that's true?
Dude, he's actually saying it. He's just straight up saying, you can train them, they're young, influence them? Oh my God. Next question. So where you guys headed off to next? Just Epstein Island, haha.
Yes.
Do you feel like your boyfriend is misogynistic?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with our relationship. It has worked for us. Like guys my age are not like mature enough.
And would guys your age be able to provide the same things that he provides for you right now?
Of course not.
Now, why go 19 as opposed to 29 or 35?
Well, you see, when they're 19, she's young.
way
And
better.
she's a young sweetheart. What can I say?
Okay, so what's the latest you want to have kids?
5 years to now.
These are the kinds of questions. Look at her face. She was like, what? I feel like I could hear her internal dialogue for a minute going, well, what the me and this guy here haven't even had this conversation. I'm still waiting on my little instruction manual, He's got to train me. I will agree that if she's legal, it's not as obviously as creepy as it being a minor, but when you're obsessed with this, like, training someone to be the right woman for you, and that's why he wants to, like, get them when they're young, yeah, it has some very creepy undertones there, absolutely.
Yeah, you know, biology gives women up to about the age of 27. So I say we got about 8 years in it, you know. So yeah.
Does body count matter?
I don't give a Like me personally, I don't give a
Why don't you care?
I don't know, I just don't.
So you want your man to be Sneeko? Come here, brother.
Is this Sneeko?
Ale.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. What the
Good to meet you too.
What are you guys talking about?
Body count?
Relationship.
What's yours? You have braces. There should be less than 5. It's 10.
I love that. Sneeko just like shows up and starts insulting the woman. That's great, man. He looks like a really fun person to hang out with, you know? I know for me, when I'm trying to determine who I want to be friends with and not, or not, I always choose the person who randomly insults strangers for no reason other than to try and build their own self-esteem back up. I can tell you right now that people like Sneeko, like what he just did, these are not people who are internally sound and okay with themselves. That is the behavior of very, very low self-esteem.
Plus, I can tell by their reaction, but you got to keep spreading the truth, man. These girls are very opportunistic. Hypergamy's real. I'm about to go on Fresh and Fit and talk to a lot of these girls, but stay away from girls who have OnlyFans. You have to make her delete it if you want her to take it seriously. You don't have any?
No, I don't have
Okay, you single? What's up, man?
So would you want your man to be more or less promiscuous than you?
I don't care. I honestly don't mind. I don't care about that.
So 100 bodies?
No, like that's excessive. Like if he has like a 25, I'll be like weirded out, but like I wouldn't mind that much.
If I was your man and I wanted you to dress more modestly, would you change for me?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
What gives you that idea?
If a man wants me to change and like be more modest and be like his own, I know like if you dress a certain way, like guys want you in a certain way. If I dress like this, guys always look at me like, oh, I'm single. But like if I am with someone, I would rather be more modest, dress more modest in order to like appreciate him as my boyfriend. 1000%, I'd be dressed as covered.
So in your mind, it's not me being an insecure man not wanting you to come out showing cleavage or, you know, wearing short shorts?
No, of course.
That is very much insecure. If you're like, I don't want you to wear something that's like ridiculously revealing or something, I think that there is obviously like a line there and you want to be like respectful to the other person and whatnot. And of course, there's also something to be said just about respectful social norms and whatnot. But yeah, if you're saying, you're my girl now, I don't want you showing cleavage or wearing short shorts? What? Really? That sounds f***ing insecure, bro. What are you so scared of? Are you scared of other guys looking at her and thinking she's hot? Okay, well, then what? Are you scared she's gonna leave you for them? Because if that's the case, then yeah, that's insecurity.
So why do you think so many women tend to label men insecure when they feel that way?
I honestly have no idea. I can't understand it. Like if your man doesn't want you to dress that way, don't dress that way.
Yeah, but why does he not want you to dress that way? Because he's scared other guys are going to look at you and think you're attractive. Why is he scared other guys are going to think you're attractive? Because he thinks they're going to make a move on you and hit on you. Why is he scared about that happening? Well, what if you reciprocate? It's insecurity.
How can a man tell the difference between you flirting with him or you're just being nice?
I think it's obvious when a woman flirts. But I also
That is such a woman thing to say. It's not always obvious, honey. What are you talking about?
think that a lot of women won't be nice unless they're flirting. So there's no way to know.
No, I'll be nice, but if I'm flirting with you,
Let's say she was an attractive man. How would you flirt with her?
How would I
Versus,
flirt with her?
yeah,
Oh,
versus being nice.
easy. This is easy. Okay, you're an attractive man. I'm trying to flirt with
Here
you.
I am.
Okay, you got some nice eyes. I
Thank
wouldn't touch
you.
him, but like, you know, some nice
just
eyes.
say-
I like
I
your
say-
pants. Give him some compliments.
I
you
say
know?
I like your shirt.
Right, compliments.
That's all you need to
If you
do.
compliment,
Was this edited out of order or something? How is this girl still here chatting? I thought that they got really mad at him. What happened?
How do you flirt with a man you like?
I say, hey.
I say hey. That's about it.
Is that easy for you?
I mean, it
Yeah.
depends on the guy. If the guy's into you.
Have you ever like gone out, tried to get a man and it not work out for you?
Like a specific man or just in general? Like, Like,
Yeah, like you're trying to get a guy, or you see a guy who's attractive in a club.
have I ever approached a man and been turned down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often than not, though?
I can probably count 5 times that's ever happened.
In your entire life?
Yeah.
How often do you think a man gets rejected, though?
Oh, probably a lot more, but I also don't approach men that often.
If I wanted to take you on a first date,
Ooh, why is he keeping this clip in, dude? He's getting rolled every time by those 2 girls. He's just getting obliterated each clip he shows.
where would you want to go?
I don't know, so like a place where we can like talk and get to know each other better. Like a restaurant or like something chill.
What if I said, come over, let's make tacos and drink wine?
What if I said, I have tokens, Chuck E. Cheese is open till 10, are you down, girl?
I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't think of going. I don't know. It's just like not my thing.
Why not, though?
Because you should not have a first date with anybody. I think it's especially more, well, obviously it's more dangerous for women, but in general, because your first date or your first time meeting up with somebody, especially if you've met them only on the internet or whatever, or if it is just your first date, even if you've met them before, you don't want to go to their house. That's like caution 101, okay? Like, you don't want to put yourself in a position in which, if this person isn't who you thought they were, that you are now at their mercy in their home. You don't want to be in that situation.
I don't know. I feel like it's like I don't know. But I wouldn't think of going.
Speak up.
I wouldn't think of going. Like I don't know. I just no. Like I don't know.
What's wrong with like going over though to a guy's place for the first time?
It's not bad, but I wouldn't do it on the first date. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't go to like his place on the first date.
Is this guy pretending here? Is he putting on an act?
I would like wait a little, and then, like let's say a third date, like yeah, we can go like to his place and like have dinner, but not for the first date. If that makes sense.
Who's shining that red thing on you? Do you think men or women tend to be more insecure about being called fat?
In South Africa or here?
In general.
Woman, 100% woman.
Obviously, women.
Why do women feel so insecure about their weight?
I had a guy tell me last week something about my double chin, and I was like, I've never been told about my double chin before because I don't think it's very prominent, but the fact that he mentioned it, I was like, I have a double chin, oh my God. Like, it was so stressful to me, and I don't know, any girl's mind. Honestly, if you tell a girl she's fat, if you tell a girl she's got a double chin, if you tell a girl looks thick, like in a good way, I understand, but like in a bad way, it's the worst thing ever. Like, don't do it ever. Don't ever do it, please. Don't.
But do you think it's still fair to call a woman who's clearly overweight, like, beautiful?
Yeah, 100%. Please. Please call them all beautiful. Please call them all. Okay, I need to go soon, so please call them all beautiful.
Wow, that one
What's
friend.
something that's normally
What's up with that one friend? What the
What's something that's normally unattractive in a man that you find attractive?
I kind of like fat guys.
I like confident men, like overly confident men.
So cocky guys.
Not cocky, overly.
narcissistic guys?
What's the difference?
The difference is the ego. So if you're overly cocky, it's too much. But if you're confident, you just know you're the best. Cocky guys like to show it off. Confident men just know.
I'm walking that back. Good point, actually. Good point. I like these two people. I wonder if they've done this stuff before.
Is it an energy thing too? Can you just feel it?
You can feel it.
Why is a man who's overweight attractive to you?
Do you want to know the real reason? I don't know.
What do you think the reason is?
I can't say.
Yeah, you can. It's the desirable truth.
I don't have an answer. I really don't. It's just like everyone has a type.
Okay.
And I mean, like,
There's something there.
like you have a nice build. I
You gotta have
personally
something
am
more
not
than
like
just bone,
attracted to skinny men. That's just my personal type. But I feel like everyone has a preference.
Okay, so would you go?
No, skinny men. Well, great. Now I'm out of the running.
Chubby guy or a guy who's muscular?
Muscular. But like,
But skinny or
I don't know. I
chubby?
don't really. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Well, how's the dating culture different in Miami as opposed to where you're from?
I would just say it's more fundamentally transactional in a way that I think is off-putting.
What's so off-putting about it, though? And how are they transactional?
Like women, like men want women for their beauty and women want men for their money.
But you don't think that that's really how most relationships end up being anyways?
Yeah, for sure, in marriage, when there's a lifelong commitment. But I think when, a guy takes a girl out to dinner, spends however much money, let's just say like $500, $1,000 on a meal, and then she's expected to have sex with him and they just have that. I mean, that's fine for other people, but it's certainly not for me.
If you're spending $1,000 on dinner for a date, then you're not only stupid, you're a simp.
Okay, so how do you approach dating then?
I would say I meet somebody like either through friends or through sports, usually just through mutual interests, and we'll have some conversations about their mindset and kind of what their values are and what they're looking for, and if we line up on a lot of things, then I'll give them a date.
Do you like going out to the clubs?
No,
Why not?
it's loud, and I can't hear myself think, let alone talk to somebody else, and it's just, there's drinking and there's just a lot. I just don't like it. It's not my scene.
What kind of men do you think you'd run into at clubs and bars?
Men that I'm not interested in. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, I don't do drugs, I don't have sex outside of marriage, so for me to look for romantic prospects at a club is ridiculous.
Some of these people interviewed did really good. So now we have our answer. This, in fact, was some red pill cringe crap. But honestly, a lot of the people interviewed did very, very well. It's pretty cool.